Hello everybody, my name is not Markiplier, but we're going to talk about Iron Lung. Hello everybody, back at the desk again. I need to stop talking like Markiplier because that is weird and that is not my channel. Hey guys, back at the desk again for another review. Been a long time since we did one of these, but hey, at least we keep grinding out good stuff. Sketches. Go watch the sketches, guys. They're doing great. I love your support on them. I love to see how much you're engaging with them. Thank you for that. Let's get back to this review. So last night, I actually got the chance to go see Iron Lung finally. This movie is a ride. This movie is a really suspenseful, thrillistic ride. Thrillistic, sure, let's use it. 3 years ago, I believe it was, maybe 4. Markiplier played the game. It was 4 years ago. Markiplier played a game called Iron Lung by, oh gosh, I can't remember his name. Let me look it up real quick. David Szymanski. David Szymanski was the name of the developer and creator of the game Iron Lung, which was an indie horror game about this sci-fi world where there's this ocean of blood, and you're this convict that has to serve his penance and go down to the bottom of this ocean of blood and find things that are supposedly going to help humanity. That's the onset of the game, and just the absolute feel of the game was such an interesting thing to see. It was a really suspenseful game. Like the whole thought of like you're going through this ocean, you can't see what's going on. You take pictures of things in the ocean of what your ship is looking at, and like it's just there's so much suspense in this game. It was really cool to watch Markiplier do the Let's Play for it, and he loved this game so much that he decided to get with the creator and make this an actual feature film, which is so awesome to see. It's so awesome to see what you can do in the indie space with a certain budget and how much like it can just blow everyone's expectations, which I really didn't have too many low expectations for this movie because it's Markiplier. You watch one of Markiplier's videos, like within a couple hours to like a day or so, it has 5 million views minimum. So I knew this movie was going to succeed. That's how loyal his fan base is. It was going to sell 5 million tickets at least. And it blew through that. It owned the box office for a weekend, which is awesome. And so props to Markiplier for that happening, because like just the effort that took to get this movie made and what he went through to get in theaters, it's like, it's a journey. It's been a couple of years. It takes years to get a movie in theaters, especially if you're in the indie square. So huge props to Mark on that. It's super cool to see this happen. It means Hollywood can't always gatekeep what people are making, which is like a jab at the man in a way. That's the way I see it. By the way, guys, there are spoilers in this, so watch out. It follows kind of the same way as the game. I mean, they had a little story to it. Simon is this guy who's he's played by Markiplier, by the way. He's trying to earn his freedom by going to the bottom of this ocean of blood, taking pictures for people, collecting samples of something that's going to help humanity. Somehow he's guilty and connected with something that that happened that like destroyed. I think it was, I'm trying to remember exactly. Sometimes it's hard to follow along in this movie. I may have to rewatch it, but I think it's something about destroying like the last tree that was in existence, and like something at the bottom of this ocean is going to help humanity like go further and like survive. That's kind of like the onset of it from what I gathered, because remember, they had to turn this into a movie, so they couldn't do everything exactly like the game. They took a lot of cool details from the game. I like the part where they actually showed like a fire inside the sub and Mark had to put it out. Simon, sorry. You can't get past seeing him as Markiplier. Just not gonna happen. I like the effort. I'm not normally a horror movie guy, but I love the effort of gore they put in it. I know it sounds so weird to say, but the amount of blood that they used in this movie is insane. Just gallons and gallons and gallons and gallons and gallons and gallons of blood that was put into this production. Gallons of blood that Mark had to swim through for the last scene was ridiculous, but it was so cool to see the effort they put into this. Visual effects, like normally on an indie movie, the visual effects aren't always like great, but I was happy with what I saw. Like they had a few moments where you had to use visual effects and they knocked it out of the park. The part at the end where Simon like sacrifices himself to get the bag back to the surface and like the giant fish in the ocean kind of just blows up. I think that was the VFX in that were really, really cool. It wasn't bad. And normally like in an indie film, like you don't always see like the best visual effects. And the part where they're showing the flashbacks, like when they have that like terrarium with the tree and that like space in the background, looked amazing. I love the visuals of this. That the production design on this film was amazing. I think we should stop to appreciate how good of an actor Markiplier is. Like somebody who, like, I don't know his background in acting or anything like that, but someone who hasn't been in the theatrical space as long, his acting's not bad. He did pretty darn good playing Simon in this movie. Pretty darn good. Yeah, I thought it was cool just to, like, you know, how creative they got with this movie, filming it in one space for a majority of the film, and how much they were able to fit into that, how much they were able to create in that space. Then again, it was an indie budget, so they can't show anything outside the submarine at all too much, but that's the best part. Like the whole game, you're inside the submarine. Like, it's the fear of what is unknown and what you can't see. You know something's out there, but you can't see it. I think that's what's so cool, is just like that edge of your seat suspense and anxiousness that they put into this movie. It made it look so good. It was so cool to see how they made this movie. And mind you, I'm not really a horror movie guy. Like, I'm more of the action genre, which I think this kind of counts towards that. It's a kind of a sci-fi horror. There's maybe a little action here and there. But yeah, I'm not really a horror guy. But I knew I had to go see this movie because of how much appreciation I have for Markiplier's effort to get this thing made. Heist with Markiplier was good. In Space with Markiplier was good. Those choose your own story series were really good. I love the concept of it. So I knew Mark was going to do a great job with this film. He's not a bad director. I haven't worked with him. I'd love to work with him. Mark, if you're watching this, let's get in touch. But he wasn't a bad director. He showed his director skills with this movie, and it wasn't bad. I keep saying that, but like, this is like such a monumental moment in cinema history. I think that's all I can really say about this movie. I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10, at least. 8 out of 10. I highly appreciate the effort that was put in to get this movie made and what's being done with it, what's happening with it. Mark, congratulations. I liked your movie. Despite not being a really big horror guy. I liked your movie. Okay, let's see more. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Iron Lung is still in theaters right now, I believe. I don't know if they're going to make it another week or two. There may be talks of that, I think, from what Mark mentioned recently. We'll see. Hopefully he gets a normal, standard theater runtime for this movie, because it's doing pretty darn well. He deserves it. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. God bless.